Grand final going live at ESA Open Cup. The third one, powered by Ozone Gaming, over at ozonegaming.com. And look at that! Medic first to the point, ladies and gentlemen. All those players are going live. And Epsilon Esports and broder are going to duke this without GPS.
Yeah, so we see a lot of airborne targets here. Heavy coming out on the train here. Does take down Fragnet, that is Sebasai, of course, on that Heavy. And he's putting on some pressure on the demo man. Takes him down as well. Sebasai is down from numlocked. And yeah, only rib up for broder right now.
Yep, Epsilon's going to pick up his first middle one.
Down for
yeah, everyone down for broder, and unlocks or not, this is the way Epsilon usually shows their way on towards middle. Nox, you got to be a little bit more coordinated than that, dude. You got to jump towards that spire, out of range. Nox, you're out of Nox. There you go, perfect. It always takes a little bit of practice onto that one, but he's making his way up to the top. And unlocks or not, Epsilon Esports picks up the first middle and is making their way towards the broder last already in this first round of the first map of the grand final of ESA.
So we got Sapis on Pyro, and we got Sebasai on the short-circuiting engineer. So he's going to be denying any kind of rockets giving at him, but they do run 2 scouts into him and take up a lot of health.
Oh, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, just holding off that top right-hand side, no problem whatsoever. Quick fix whatever you want. For broder, removing all those projectiles with the short circuit and the pyro-reflecting scouts all over the place. They're not going to be able to break through to that top right-hand side. Epsilon forced to jump out of this one. 50% on the quick fix. And Nox at the moment, Marlin probably already has this one. As Rib actually is making his way in. Now gets quick fix up right there with Marilyn. The damage gets taken down. Numlock goes down. It's a 2-for-1 exchange right now in favor of broder. And they're going aggressive. Look at that. Marlin and Rib flying across the point. But as Scout Hawk counters that, as Shocky hits the meat shots, Marlin goes down. And even though broder picks up the spire, they may be a little bit too greedy there. And Epsilon's going to try and retaliate right now.
Yeah, that was a bit of an overextension. There was a lot of Epsilon players there, and there was only 2 for broder, so numbers.
Sebasai is a sentry on balcony at the moment, holding up middle point. Or holding up second point,
if they just jump on the point, this is going to catch them by surprise. I'm not sure if they hear the sentry beep, but oh yeah, the soldier's going to run right into the fray there, but a nice couple of rockets. Takes out the sentry, 3 easy rockets, no problem. Mike clears up that sentry, no sweat.
Now they're just covering the backup first. Nox popping that quick fix, no problem. He's going to do that just to keep himself and a couple of his players alive, but Rib, with that, with those sticky damage there on the side, can be able to take Stefan out of the equation, as Mike and Shocky both down right now. Looks like broder's going to try and make their way. Marlin jumping through, immediately gets taken down. Sticky damage from Numlock, way too strong at the moment. He got focused down, but not before it took 3 down in the process. And here we go, Sebasai with a sentry gun, the only thing that's really going to keep things from happening around this choke-hand side. Epsilon might be flanking this. Gear gets caught off guard. He gets shot down by that sentry, and Epsilon is running for their lives, realizing that there's no way they can break through, at least for the time being now. Double Scout Soldier coming through the side. Scout is flanking, hits 1, hits 2, as Zappis kills Nox right there onto that choke-hand side. And broder and Epsilon right now duking it out in the weirdest way possible, but it is surprisingly even.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like the quick fix is working as well as it did on Gully Wash. We're seeing broder having a bit more struggle. There's a bit more fight for them to have, because they just jump around, but their medic just keeps getting killed by scouts constantly.
So right now, you can see the kill actually happened onto Marlin, but Nox still on 0%. He's only now really just managed to get himself towards a player. It took him a while to do that, but right now 20% onto him. He's probably still running that quick fix, as both of these teams, they're just playing around with it. Obviously, quick versus quick fix is still an alright idea. You can see them pushing towards this sort of side area. Jukebox running that sniper. Sebasai the Heavy. I don't think they've seen Heavy yet. Here we go. They've seen him now to try and spam him out. 100 HP still onto Sebasai. It is a 2-for-1 exchange as Zappis kills Nox once again. For some reason, they drop into the corner. I guess it's an alright place to hold, but easy to get flanked by, as Marlin does get the double rocket hit in his face. 2 HP onto that Latvian medic. He gets pistoled to death as the accurate call comes out for Epsilon. They get the Latvian medic down. They push towards the spire. They are going to cap this one off, and the question is, can they clear out? As Gear with the black box comes out, takes that one down. Shocky only 1 HP as Epsilon makes their way into last.
Yeah, and there's quite a lot of Epsilon players. Yeah, this is not a lot broder can do about it, so Epsilon taking a 1-0.
1-0 at the moment. Let's have a little bit of a listen. I want to have a little bit of a listen here to the strategies. Team 1B delayed. Let's have a little bit of a look at Epsilon Esports, guys.
Yeah, same. It was working. Okay.
Show.
Wait, Gear. I'm low, I can't jump.
Jump is weak.
Can you jump me? Study jump 7. I bet.
They're all weak. They all should be weak.
Get out. Get out. Get
I'm
out.
down,
Get
I'm
out. Get
down.
out. Everyone out.
He's 50 HP.
I'm down.
Belly.
Scout house, scout house.
Fast,
Go and
fast,
hold it, go and
Mike.
reset.
They're all hunting, watch out.
Just wait or spawner. Ah, we
You
didn't
might
kill
have
anyone.
to jump at our side, or we need to go choke
Yeah.
as well, Nox.
Outside. Yeah, but the problem is they move pressure me a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to go choke, maybe.
Yeah.
We need to do the same as them, maybe. I don't know.
Alright, choke is going to be the strategy for next mill. This time around, they're not going to be able to spire. Broder's going to pick up both. And Zevasai and the rest of the Broder team making their way towards top lobby. Push onto last happening here any second, GPS.
Yeah, I really think this heavy play is going to work for Broder this time with quick fix and all. We'll see how fast they can focus fire down Sebasai. Here he comes.
And he's going to come in from that top left-hand side, gets the damage done. Jukebox gets one kill, but Zevasai immediately goes down. Great focus fire, using their scouts, but they rush the point instead. 1-all, ladies and gentlemen, is on the board. Epsilon Esports losing around here off to Broder, not surprisingly, as Broder is the second best team in Europe. And obviously we're going to see both of these teams going up. And this is what Epsilon was talking about during the comms we just heard. They're going towards choke. Look at Nox just flying toward that choke hand side. Nomlock to him are very, very early. Going to be able to put a lot of stickies down, a lot of damage down. Broder's doing the exact same thing. Going towards that choke side. A little bit lower. Nomlock get focused. He gets taken down. And the jukebox bomb super successful as he picks up a double. And Epsilon Esports, they know about what they're supposed to do. They're quicker, but they're not more efficient.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm not really sure, is the heavy play from Sebasai really like putting Epsilon off their guard? Oh, we have a bit of a quick fix engagement over here. Rib goes down to Fragment as they do hold the high ground advantage here of the Spire. Let's see how long they can hold this.
Try and hold on to this one. Both of the quick fixes right now have been taken out of play as Epsilon not blocked. Walking towards that left-hand side of Spire. Gonna do damage onto the heavy right now. Gets the call in. Soldier jump bomb straight in his face. Gets the damage onto Nox. Hits one, hits two. Not gonna hit third. As Jukebox goes down, but the pressure is down as Zappas manages to pick that guy off. No Demo Man in the fray at the moment for Epsilon. And here comes Surprise Heavy around the corner. Sebasai's not going to care about getting taken down right now, but the fray, come on, Rib, you need to be there a little bit faster. Right now he helps his teammates out. You see Nox and Mike flying back, no problem whatsoever. And in a normal situation, Nox would have been dead for sure, but right now, no problem. Flies back with Mike. He's actually going to fly in with Mike right now. Quick Fit gets popped off, out of reach though. Now they find each other once again, and both of these players, they're not going to kill each other. That's not going to happen. Mike is the one who goes the lowest at the moment as the scout tries to duel him. They're going to fight each other on the right-hand side, but Nomlock probably already back into that one as he picks up the double. Going to help out his team loads, but so far the fight very, very even. 2 for 3 at the moment as Epsilon Esports going to try and win this one out. Double scout, 3 scouts now in trash as Zappas ends up biting it. It does. Zevasai, last man standing.
Well, that has got to be the strangest Spire fight I have ever seen. I have never seen anything like it. There was, I think, a good minute of just constantly fighting there. That was just crazy. So let's see here. Epsilon putting some pressure back onto the middle point here, having a little scout, just doing some harassment. He is going to get out of there, and then we have the medic and soldier jumping in here. Actually takes out Shocky, so yeah, working towards that Spire here. But Epsilon looking to be in a bit of a good position here. Who's going to cap first, Pledge?
Out of middle one, definitely, as Epsilon's going to pick that one up. That was not too difficult to predict onto that one, and Broder's going to have to try and run as fast as he can. Look at Marley's flying through the air, I love it. I always love doing that.
They're severely outnumbered, though.
Yeah, they're outnumbered, but they kind of have to, right? They're in a very crazy position at the moment. And Epsilon, they're not going to wait around. Mike is going to walk his way into last. Mike is taking them with a heavy right here as the quick fix gets popped off. The damage barely out-damages him, but Epsilon obviously right there with the follow-up. So he gets that 2-1 on the board.
That was a cute little flank there they did with their entire team on the middle point there. That
yeah,
was
it's
cute.
Suddenly out of nowhere, there's 3 players of Epsilon behind you, and kind of what do you do? That's the way it is. As Broder got caught off guard, out-positioned. And Epsilon, they're kind of trying a little bit of a different thing. Numlock's going to go the regular way, double soldier from the bottom. You can see how much damage Rib does early, right? He's just spamming. Nox already down. No problem catching absolutely everything. And Epsilon, they have really not found their stray yet here on towards these middle fights. And Broder's going to capitalize onto that one. They're going to be looking to equalize the score just a little bit.
Yeah, they did lose a lot of players, and both medics for both teams went down. So a bit of a number advantage for Broder at the moment. They do cap the middle point, so let's see how they decide to engage the Spire, if there's going to be any defense here at all.
I doubt there's going to be a fight. I think Numlock, he's definitely going to try and spam onto that one. Soldier, Demoman all spamming towards that top hand side. Scouts cannot stay on it. You can see Zappis and Cookie both only on 20 or so HP. Zappis, a little bit of a map back, but both of them go down. No way that Broder's going to be able to cap that Spire, I can tell you that one. As you can see, Broder,
yeah, they just have to hold back and try and defend this middle here. They do have the heavy on the train, and they do have their demo man, so those are two very powerful classes.
They can probably break through, but they kind of have to hold those sides first. There's Nox right now, 95% onto that quick fix. The heavy gets pressured. The heavy gets pressured a lot. Does a buttload of damage. But Broder's not going to be able to capitalize on that. No scouts alive. No cleanup crew anywhere. As, the middle point's going to get captured here. No problem whatsoever. Jukebox going to switch to that sniper class. Going to see if he can do anything with that. Really, there's only two scouts sort of alive for Broder here. They're going to try and do something, but Zappis gets taken down by Gear as he switched from the black box to the regular rocket launcher, realizing the mistake that he made, as he doesn't like the black box all that much. Engineer gets pulled out once again by Zebasai, unsurprisingly. Let's see if that short circuit is going to help him stop this push.
Well, he does put out a couple of stickies, but then you gotta have really good timing, and Numlock just kills him and caps. That was it.
Yeah.
It's like,
time, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Jupia, sorry.
You want to stop my stickies? I'll just kill you. And that was it.
It's the hard counter to pretty much everything, is just killing it.
Yeah.
It really gets undervalued from time to time, but that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 on the board at the moment. Epsilon Esports definitely taking a lead onto this one. They're switching sides, and obviously after the 3-1 we're going to move on. And so far the middles have been even. 2 middles for, I think 3 middles maybe even for Broder. I'm not... My brain hurts. I think it is 3 middles for Broder and 1 for Epsilon. But the score, as we see, 3-1 in favor of Epsilon at the moment. And this is how Epsilon knows to play. Even if they lose middles, they're adaptable enough. They know exactly their way around just playing their cards right in order to hold towards those second points, hold towards those last, and just turn things around.
Yeah, and it does seem like Epsilon has the stronger Spire play, because it seems like a lot of the matches were decided on the Spires on either side of the map.
Yeah.
Since Epsilon just got the momentum, and then you just kept it through, and then they just rolled in and killed everything and capped. So we'll see if Broder has some kind of response to this. Now there's a little downtime and some time for some epic strategizing with their teammates.
I wonder if there's anything particular going on. Obviously, guys, we're not listening into the comms. That's the way it works. We're not going to listen into comms during downtime, because it could be a possibility that the enemy is also listening to the cast. So there's obviously no way you can actually do that. Strategies is not a thing that we can broadcast, obviously, as Epsilon and Broder are just talking about it as we speak.
I wonder if Broder is just going to keep doing what they've been doing all the time.
But they've been winning every single middle. I don't think the middles are the problem. I don't think they're going to mind all that much. I think that the middles, they're going to keep pretty much the same and just kind of try to adapt to what Epsilon is doing more so than keep doing what they are doing. Just saying exactly. There's nothing in chat at the moment. Looks like Broder's ready to go. Epsilon is just kind of coming up with something funny. According to Numlock, Mike is AFK for just a little bit. So we will be obviously going into the action just a little bit. 3-1 is the scoreline in favor of Epsilon Esports at the moment. Somewhat unsurprisingly, because Epsilon Esports is the very best team in Europe. But still, Broder, they seem to be winning middles, no problem, which obviously is a very nice sight with regards to the grand final on Thursday in the ETF 12 Season 15, where both of these teams will meet in the exact same lineups. So we'll have to wait and see how Epsilon is going to do with unlocks today and without unlocks on Thursday against the exact same team on pretty much the exact same maps. I'm not expecting the maps to go any well today compared to on Thursday. We'll have to wait and see. So both of these teams have now readied up. We're going to go towards the second half, ladies and gentlemen, where Broder is playing in the blue and Epsilon Esports is going to be going into the red. Epsilon is 3-1 up. Broder is going to be trailing, but so far they've won pretty much every single middle. They've been showing good results, with Zebasai running on heavy and everyone else just making their way towards that middle. It looks like, once again, they've locked down Epsilon for the time being.
Yeah, and you gotta say, those medic rollouts are getting pretty good here as they learn more. A bunch of players down for either team, 2 for Epsilon, 3 for Broder, 4 for Broder actually, with their medic and all, so it does look like Epsilon will take this middle.
Yeah, Epsilon's going to pick this one up. I like that one a lot better. They rolled out Nox towards like the far side of like their side, basically, instead of towards the enemy side. It made him a lot safer. It made Numlock a lot more valuable for Epsilon towards those kind of middles where he did not get focused down. But the soldiers were a part of the focus, And right now, as we see Nox and Numlocked making their way towards the top end spire, Epsilon's going to pick this one up. Broder's down to defending, last with, surprise, surprise, an engineer.
Oh, we've seen that every single time here. Where is the sentry? Does he even have a sentry? Yeah, it's somewhere.
It's in lobby. It's in lobby sitting at the moment. It's just level 1 at the moment. It's going to get taken down, no problem whatsoever. So that quick fix obviously is going to hit. It's going to regen everything as fast as possible. Epsilon's making their way to last. It's going to be an easy point coming out for them. And this is what you can see very clearly. And this is what we've been seeing when Epsilon plays Broder on Badlands. Is that every single time Epsilon caps a middle, they win the round within like 30-40 seconds afterwards. What they've been doing, let's see if Epsilon can pick up this middle. I can prove to you that that is pretty much the way they play. As both Epsilon and Broder make their way towards the middle right now. Quick fixing all over the place. Medics flying, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes peeled towards the sky. Unless Nox actually goes down right here. Nope, it seems to be Epsilon, which just picks up this round. No problem whatsoever. They need to keep Nox alive. He almost died to the fall damage there. But it is a very clean sweep here at the moment as Myron even gets chased out. Zappis gets chased out. It looks like he might be able to make it. No, he does not. He kills Shocky. But that's a 6-for-1 exchange. And Epsilon, they're going to make their way through and do what they like doing without unlocked. But this time they like to do it faster. So the medic can reach last faster.
Yeah. That soldier, double soldier action really put the nail in the coffin there for Broder. Do not think they have what it takes to defend this, as we see in Epsilon just constantly roll in here. They got the quick fix, the soldiers coming in here, got some nice engagement here. There's a pyro here trying to do some reflex. Soldier on the point. So
Hold! No,
can heavy save the day? Can the heavy save the day?
No way! Nomlek's just got to reload.
He got
It's gonna
killed
be
by the
fine.
Lectenger.
GG on the board, ladies and gentlemen, as this ESA TF2 Open Cup, the third one actually powered by Ozone Gaming and hosted by ESAGamer.com, is going to reach to an end here on map number 1. As Badlands unsurprisingly gets picked up by Epsilon Esports, their favourite map to play against Broder, and where usually there's a 5-0 on the board, this time around, ladies and gentlemen, a 5-1 is on the board. Ep's going to pick this one up. The second map is going to be Broder's choice. I don't know which map it's going to be. Gonna have to wait and see exactly what it's going to be. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here at Team Fortress TV for the grand final of this ESA Cup. Thanks for supporting them, and please don't forget, tweet at Ozone Gaming and thank them for supporting Team Fortress 2. And obviously you can find ESA over at ESAGamer.com, as well as Team Fortress TV over at teamfortress.tv. It's not too difficult, is it? We're going to go to a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, the second map of this game is going to go live between Epsilon Esports and Broder. Don't go anywhere, grab a drink, and be right back, as we're going to do the exact same thing, and then we see some more interesting and insane Team Fortress 2 action.